The driver pleaded not guilty, but put up no defense. Dashcam video just released. In this case, helped convict the driver, a speeder who crashed and killed his passenger, Kristin Dyer, and left Dyer's family, her mother, Shelby Dyer, forever heartbroken.
It's something you don't get over.
It was late in the afternoon of December 14th, 2016. Franklin County Sheriff's Deputy Antoine McCurry starts to pull over a car on I-85 that he had clocked going 95 miles an hour. But the driver, Joseph Starks, suddenly decides he's not going to pull over, and he speeds away. Deputy McCurry, soon joined by two other deputies, sees Starks is weaving all over I-85. They all try to stop him. He's now going over 100 miles an hour. They find out later Starks is under the influence of alcohol, cocaine, and marijuana. District Attorney Parks White.
It's clear he's putting other people in the highway at risk. Their pursuit was an attempt to stop him from putting anyone else at risk.
After 6 miles, Starks speeds up the grassy hill of an off-ramp and collides with a truck. The chase is over. Starks' friend and passenger, Kristin Dyer, is killed instantly. Dyer's mother, Shelby Dyer, was at Starks' trial last week, watched on Friday as the jury convicted him of felony murder, and the judge sentenced Starks to life in prison.
She was a wonderful human being. She was a wonderful mother. She left behind an 8-year-old daughter, which now we have adopted, and I think he got what he deserved. No, actually, he didn't get what he deserved because he took her life. That's something you can't get back.
The DA, Parks White, praises the deputies who risked their lives to try to save Dyer and Starks and all the other drivers on the interstate.
If the defendant had merely stopped his vehicle, all he had to do at any point along that 6-mile chase was pull over and stop his car, and Kristin Dyer would still be alive today.
Joseph Starks, now 35 years old, has a long history of arrests and convictions. A judge in this case sentenced him to life in prison. He will be eligible for parole in 2046 when he is 63 years old. At the Franklin County Courthouse in Carnesville, John Schierick, 11 Alive.